Good morning, it's Artzenin. Welcome back to another Insight. Quick update. We will no longer, my team and I, be trying to use music in the vlogs simply due to too many restrictions on all of these platforms, and the ones that they suggest are not the ones I want. There is specific music that I like, and I cannot use it because I cannot get a hold of the copyright holders, or they just will not allow me to do it. Or it's allowed in some countries and not in others. You get the idea. So no more music, just my voice. Last week, we were concluding Coda's Past, and I had said originally we were going to go into Parasites or Dragon's bio. I'm going to switch it up. Not yet. They are the big dogs. I think I need to give some attention to the little dogs. They are known as numbers in Le Jeu. In case you have not been watching this vlog show, Insights with Artzenin, from the beginning, you would have no idea what a number is. A number is in a deck of cards. This same Le Jeu, which translated from French is the game. And the game master has set up her people to be playing a live game of cards. The Tea Council, because I can't say the other word because I think I'm being political, but in a realm of cards, you would have TRUMP. If you do that when you're playing a game of cards, it means something, right? And I couldn't help but notice in the realm of card games that the little numbers for the games that I've been exposed to, they don't really have a lot of significance. They're bait. They're useless. They don't really help you out like the jacks and the queens and the jokers. And even the higher numbers have a little bit more going on than the low numbers. In season 1 of Snapshot, I started playing around with the numbers. Who are they going to be? What are they going to do? The most significant number that I think I had going on was bison, shark, and moose. I think. They might have been aces, but if they are aces, I'm going to go back in season 1 and make them numbers, and I'm going to tell you why. The numbers need to play more significance in Le Jeu. I think I'm going to have it to where the numbers will be an extension of the will of their king or queen. Granted, they can't just go off and do what they want. That's what a king, a queen, a jack, and a joker are for. King and queens can go between territories. Aces can go between territories as long as they have their king or queen with them. If the king and queen is not with an ace, ace has to stay in their territory. A jack is a diplomat. Jacks can go anywhere they want, with or without the king or queen, because they have immunity. You're not supposed to unalive a jack. If you do that in Le Jeu, there's something known as the Deck Fold Alliance, which is all the jacks from all the decks planet-wide coming together to find the number, the king, the queen, whoever that took out a jack. And that Deck Fold Alliance has been cleared by the Tea Council to do this. So it's a pretty big deal if you're a jack in Le Jeu and someone puts a hit on you for absolutely no reason, because they know in the hierarchy rule system that jacks don't get touched. Jokers, they're contract-based. A joker is not loyal to a king or queen. They can go anywhere they want. If they want to betray the king or queen, they can do that because they're a joker. They are your ninjas, your hit people, your assassins. They are up there. But what about the numbers? I think I'm going to have the numbers be expendable, but with good cause. Bison, mole, shark, moose. These were the people that will learn what's going on first. These are the people who hear what is going on from the higher ups. These are the people that you don't notice and think that they're paying attention, because the Le Jeu game master has already wrote off numbers as totally expendable. She doesn't care. what happens really to the numbers. She's more concerned with her main alphas, her leaders, the people who hold the superior titles. And it's the numbers that are in her deck, let alone the other kings and queens decks, that see and hear all of the scandals, all of the corruption, all of the lies, who's going to get who and how they're going to do it. Originally, I was going to have Yena, whose last name I forget, but she's a K-pop star of a band called Modest. And the reason I did that is because all these K-pop, J-pop, C-pop groups are completely immodest. The majority of them are. Or they start off modest and then they become immodest. You all who are not Christians or could care less, you're just rolling your eyes at that. I'm sorry. Private bodies are private bodies. I don't want to see men or women and their half stomachs, their shirts off, pectorals, etc., hanging out, tight clothing, emphasizing. What does that do for a person? Seriously, what does that do for a person? Why is that even okay? So Yena, I have decided, will be the leader of Modest. And yeah, they do what the name says. They dress modestly. But she still attracted attention from Dragon. And if you're wondering, I thought you were going to tell us about numbers. I am. Yena was going to be one of the concubines that Dragon acquired. He goes to one of her K-pop concerts and she gets accidentally involved with Le Jeu. He was looking for a new concubine from the outer world. Outer world is where everything is normal, where everybody who is not aware of Le Jeu lives. They have coined the phrase outer world. I don't know who thought of it originally, probably the Game Master Tea Council, doesn't matter. But someone thought of it, so everyone refers to the people like you and I in outer world. He attended one of Yena's K-pop concerts, not knowing that Rabbit, Parasite's ace, was in the vicinity. Challenges are initiated in person. It is rarely through text and email. You have an ace, always the ace. Sometimes jacks hand deliver these cards. They're in a black fancy envelope with the signet seal of the deck on the front side, and then the deck that gets to be challenged is on the back side of the envelope. Rabbit showed up. Yena was going through it. Yena is straight up demon possessed. She doesn't realize that she's demon possessed, and she will be redeemed later on, way later on, towards the end of Snapshot Season 4. But when you first meet her, she is having bad thoughts. Again, can't say certain words or they're going to flag this video, but bad thoughts to unalive herself, to unalive other people, hearing the voices. Medically, they want to say this could be bipolar mood disorder, schizophrenia. I'm sorry, as a Hebrew minister and pastor, I'm telling you all right now, it's just demons. I have scripture to back it up. Believe what you want, but I know this to be true. Even if you are a medical person and watching this, I'm sorry. Yahweh Jehovah knows everything. And he clearly outlines in the book of Enoch what these medical conditions are. And our world, in reality, has coined the phrases schizophrenia and bipolar. Yes, to an extent, the physical is messed with, but a majority of it is spiritual. And Yena has a spiritual problem. They're demons. They're messing with her, and they are full-blown possessing her a majority of the time. Because I have now discovered that Rabbit is a saved person. When she gets closer to Yena, the demons stop. They don't whisper, they don't mother, they don't make her psycho and crazy and give her all these negative thoughts and bad vibe energy. They go quiet because the light of Ruach HaKodesh, of Yeshua Christ, the blood, is over this player. Dragon doesn't know this. All he sees is the black envelope. Now he gets a little excited because he's constantly wanted to challenge Parasite. He keeps wanting to draw this man out to challenge him. Parasite will not move from his territory. He refuses, and there is a reason for this, and it's Dragon's fault. But this isn't necessarily about the two kings who have odds. It really is about Yena. Yena was going to, that night, be exposed in the original manuscript. And see this confrontation between Rabbit and Dragon. Hear what's going on. She has one of the 7 powers. Yena can smell. She has the power of smell. So when she smelled rabbit, it excited her. She knew that that girl was on a whole nother level, and she wanted somebody to take her life, and she decided in this moment it was going to be rabbit. She wanted this more than becoming Dragon's concubine. Rabbit resisted her, just handed the envelope to Dragon. Deuces, I'm out, she said. I just want to deliver that to you. It wasn't a challenge. It was a warning that this is the last time I'm going to deal with you. This is Parasite telling Dragon this. He does not want to have any more confrontations. The challenge was his own challenge revoked by Parasite. He thought Parasite was agreeing to it and sent out the initiation to start a territory war. It was just his own invitation being sent back to him. Yena, being there and interested, jumps to the occasion. I want in Le Jeu because she wants to fight Rabbit. And he was going to make her a joker. But now, she's going to be a number. She's not going to be any number. She's going to be a 1. It's a rank system even among the numbers. 10, you're doing really good for yourself if you're a number. But Yena's a 1. Originally, she was supposed to have been among the concubines before she can even consider this and enjoy the benefits of being Dragon's concubine. She has to earn it. So he makes her a 1. She clearly wants to have power over the other women. She wants to have power in his deck. She doesn't want to be a measly 1. So he makes her a 1 on purpose. And as a 1, she's put on the front lines when there are fights. As a 1, she's in the kitchens and she's scrubbing floors and she's doing janitorial and borderline slavery type of duties. Slavery in the worst way possible. And in Le Jeu, that is allowed. Okay, I know it's illegal. No one has the right to be enslaved to somebody else. Bond servanthood, butler, maid service is different. That is not supposed to be seen under the same umbrella as slavery. She was his slave. And I'm going to have it to where Yena basically gets all the numbers under her control. This is new. The project manager doesn't even know this. Yena is going to rally from Deck Shota all of these numbers. And the numbers are going to be a unique deck of their own. Why? Because they're treated so poorly and they're not seen as equals. They're not the bigger dogs. They know this. But because Yena has one of the 7 powers, and Yena is desperate to not just become the ultimate concubine, but to actually overthrow Dragon and become the queen of Shota. This is new. This is a huge development. And she's going to do it as a number. It's genius. People don't notice the numbers. People don't think about them. Because they're expendable. They're quiet. They're to be seen, not heard. And she's going to use that to her advantage. And because she has seen so much and heard so much, when it comes time for Maxine to form her deck and to be the counter in Le Jeu and to be the revolution, Yena's going to be a key player because she's going to have all these numbers from all these other decks around the planet. She's been doing her research. She's been busy. And Dragon never knew it. He never saw it coming. Because I thought Dragon is a very powerful player. Parasite can't even take this guy out. Yena will. So there's more to this number stuff. That's all. I'm out of time, but look forward to Yena making this huge 180 comeback. Not just because she was Yena, but because she's Yena now with a bigger purpose than what I originally even had planned for her. I'll see you next update. Much love. Bye.